Zia Wrestler on the spot with Monte Wallace. He wrestled high school here in New Mexico and also wrestled at Highlands University.
In New Mexico, I graduated in 2005. I was one of Mike Barreras' first high school wrestlers. My story's a little different. I graduated in 2005. I was supposed to be at Highlands when I first graduated. I I stayed here, got in a little bit of trouble, but I got my act together, and I got in touch with Coach Moses when I was first out of high school. Luckily, he happened to remember me. When I was 23, I called him. I kept getting in trouble, so I needed a different change of scene. I called him, and he asked me if I was willing to work hard and lose a little bit of weight. I told him, yeah, and he let me come out there.
What was that like to wrestle both for Coach Barreras in high school and also for Coach Mo?
Coach Barreras, man, I am the wrestler I am today because of him. I was decent when I first met him, but because he was so young and able to wrestle with us at the same time, he was probably like one of the meanest wrestlers. I wrestled along with him and Coach Tapia, Jason Tapia. Those guys turned me into, they gave me the love for the sport that I have today, and I'm forever indebted for that, forever. Coach Mo brought me to a whole nother level. I loved the sport before, I went to college, but college was a complete different animal. Like high school, I don't think some people probably take it as serious as they do in college, but it's a whole different game. You're working out 3 times a day, trying to maintain your grades, going to school. It's tough, but it made me the man I am today. Before I knew I was going back to college, I was 305 pounds, and I talked to Coach Moses and told me to lose some weight. That was January when I started. When I knew I was going back, that November I got down to 197s and I was ready to go.
With those experiences in mind, what would you tell your younger self based on all the experiences you've had?
My younger self, I would have told myself, go ahead and go to college right away. Go ahead and, it changed my life for the better. Honestly, wrestling under Coach Doug Moses and Mike Barreras. With Coach Moses, they teach you a lot about becoming a man. Wrestling gives you a lot of life skills, period. But out there, I got to find myself. I wasn't not the person I was trying to be when I was a lot younger. Those college experiences, including wrestling, they change you. They definitely do change you. They give you a different outlook on life, and I appreciate it so much. I'm glad I at least got through the experience. It was a little late. I'm happy that I still got to experience it. A lot of wrestlers here don't get to go to college and wrestle. That's one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Period.
What do you love about the sport of wrestling?
I love the sport of wrestling. It is a team sport, but it's one versus one. Man on man. Yeah, the team is behind you. But at the end of the day, it's you versus another person on the mat. So if I fail, ultimately it was on me. It's something I didn't do, or it's something I need to know that I need to work on, and that's something I love about wrestling. I actually love the main thing I love about wrestling is the bond that you create with your teammates. I'm still friends with some of the first people I started wrestling with at El Dorado High School in the year 2000. I still talk to these guys every day, from every team that I wrestle on a few teams, and I still talk to a few guys from every single team, and I love the camaraderie that we have together. I'll never trade that in for anything.
What advice do you have for coaches?
This is my first year coaching, but I'm definitely loving it. These younger kids look up to you a lot. They definitely look up to you a lot. In the same way that I looked up to some of my coaches. The same way I looked up to Mike Barreras or Doug Moses, Charlie Dotson. I wrestled for a few guys, and Coach David Romero of Monzano High School. All these guys have played a huge role in my life. They showed me, different avenues that I didn't have to be. Something I was trying to be when I was younger. We're positive role models in these kids' lives, and you just have to show them there's other things they can do besides going out and getting in trouble or trying to be in the streets or hanging out with the wrong crowd. You definitely can help these kids. They just have to be shown.
Tell us a little bit more about the Wolfpack Wrestling Club.
Wolfpack Wrestling Club, as most of you know, it was started when when I was very young. Wolfpack Wrestling Club was going on, and I talked to a few people that were in it, when we were very young, Josh Wins, myself, Dominic Valencia, Chris Alicio, even to some people that were, a little younger than us that were still involved in it, Steven Trujillo, we all talked about it, we got together, and we decided that we wanted to, be a part of New Mexico's wrestling history by bringing back the Wolfpack, something that everybody in the city knows. If you're involved in the wrestling community, you know about the New Mexico Wolfpack. and we wanted to be a part of that. So we decided, you know, to bring it back, and you know, we want to try to help the wrestling community. You know, get a lot of kids that don't know about the sport, you know, involved, give them a chance to at least try it out.
You know, best of luck to you guys. Do you have any shout outs?
Like, shout out to Mexico Wrestling Club, 505, you know, the other private clubs. You know, it's hard, but you know, just keep doing what you guys are doing. This is really a good thing that we're doing for the kids here. I love that everybody's doing this, and I would also like to give a shout out to the Mexico Highlands wrestling team. Good luck this year, boys.
A couple random questions for you. Adidas or Asics?
Oh, Adidas.
Red or green?
Green chili.
Favorite wrestling move?
My favorite wrestling, I'm a thrower. You know, as everybody knows that wrestles me, I love to throw. Yeah, any throw I can think of. I just love to throw people. Flyer miles 5.
Right on, Monte. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to sit down with us. Look forward to seeing your young ones wrestle. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you.
Thank you.